All right, welcome back to Game Night tonight for this unboxing of Pandemic Rapid Response. So I have a lot of Pandemic games, and this one looks interesting because it looks more dice-oriented than the other ones. So we found it on clearance at a store and decided, you know, why not pick it up and see what it's all about, since we do enjoy the actual game itself. It's a little bit challenging, but obviously the premise of the game is there's a pandemic, bunch of diseases, viruses, things taking over the world, and you have to fight against them. So we have our whole rule book here. Contains everything you need to know. Pretty short read, about 8 pages, so not too bad. You'll be able to figure that out on your own. Pretty quick, I imagine. You got our board. Let's crack open into this. Let's see here. Didn't even get it. There we go. Okay. So this is like the first time that the board has actually been all wrapped up in a game that I've seen. So interesting. But I got the board game here. Let's see what it has. All right, so definitely different because in the other one it's more the world map, but this one looks like it's actually just kind of like a laboratory of sorts where you have to do, like, you have the lab here, you have different first aid stuff here, water treatment things. So completely different idea behind the game, I guess. My guess is, I don't know, it's gonna have different things, obviously, but you have this little airplane piece. So it's made out of plastic, a nice little airplane, kind of cool. Jet thing to get you around, I imagine, to do your rapid response to curing these different viruses and stuff. You have your cubes. The ones in the original game of Pandemic are a little bit smaller than this, but these ones look like they're a little bigger, not as many, but there's about, what, 4 of each color in there. So you got those. It's looking like we've got our different player pieces in here. So we got 4 players. You have the different tokens here. Some of them have, this one has like a little recycle symbol. So you have all these different purple tokens. I'm not sure what they're for, but I'm sure the game will utilize them in the way they need to. All right, and then we got a whole slew of dice. So this is the difference between the other game and this game, is like you're gonna get a whole bunch of different dice, different symbols, lightning symbols. You got the syringe, you got the water symbols, the jet, first aid, band-aid, but they're all different, color coordinated to whatever they go with within the game. So there's those dice. Of course, we're gonna have a timer. You gotta do it quickly. It's rapid response, so you gotta do it quick. So we're gonna be under a time limit, I imagine, each round you do. And then, last but not least, we have our cards here that are included. Let's take a look at those. All right, so we have a couple of cards. So these look like the 4-player cards, which tell you your turn. Yep. So turn order and everything on these 4, and you have different colors, but they all look like a clipboard, telling you exactly what you're gonna be doing on your turn. And then on the back here, we have jet, all these jet ones, which, these are the actual players in the game. So there are different powers, what their abilities are throughout the game to help you cure the world from the different viruses and the pandemic that is happening. So all of them are different, all from different countries, as you see the flags down here on the side. Each one has a different name, different place, what they do. So there you go for those guys. And then we've got these cards. Looks like all of these up to this point. These are all going to have that kind of backing, and they are urgent first aid delivery. So you got food delivery, vaccine delivery, water delivery, power delivery. There's extreme winds. So these looks like kind of like event cards that are happening. So distractions, turbulence, equipment failure, a safety drill, another safety drill, supply spill, and evacuation. So these are all things that are going to be happening throughout the game, either make it challenging or help you to better find that cure quickly and efficiently. And then we have all of our locations. So you got just kind of like in the original game, how each quadrant in the world map was a different color. You have different colors here that coincide with different places. Atlanta in the United States, Essen, London, Madrid, Paris, but they all have different symbols on them. So I imagine you have to be able to do something there, you have to get those certain dice rolls to be able to do those things. But you got all those different countries and locations in which the diseases are spreading and working against you as you are working against the clock to find that cure. So it looks like those are all the cards. You got the player cards, you got the turn order cards, but ultimately there's not as many cards as in the original game because this one looks to be more centered around dice. So it's still the same type of game, but more dice oriented. We have a big board still to be doing all of our parts and pieces on. So there's that guy, pretty big board actually. So looks good, looks exciting. That's all that is included in this Pandemic Rapid Response game. Again, more dice oriented, but I love the original game. It's a lot of fun. Definitely challenging to try and find the cure for all the different diseases. I don't know if it's just one disease or multiple in this one, like in the original game, but it looks to be a good game. Really fun. It's standalone, so you can play it with up to 4 players. So there you have it. Pandemic Rapid Response. So join us next time on the playthrough or on another game unboxing, what have you. And we will see you next time on Game Night Tonight. Don't forget to subscribe down below to catch all future videos, but we will catch you next time.